Alrighty, there we go. It's frozen. Where's it frozen? All right, let's run it back. All right, so how's everyone doing? So today we're taking a look at the Sony Cinema Line, the FX30 Super. Um, Let me turn this down real quick. So basically, we're taking a look at the new cinema camera that Sony released yesterday at around 10 o'clock, which is actually super exciting because I think I absolutely love how they're getting into beginner filmmakers with the new cinema line. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the videos they released, talking about it, going over it, and ultimately digging deep into the entire new Sony cinema line that they're coming out with. So let's go on ahead, take a look. But first, some few announcements starting up soon. I have a podcast that's coming out called the Lazy Genius Podcast. Basically going deep into the some of the different movies that are coming out, like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. So I'm super excited for that. But let's go on ahead further ado and start looking at the first video that they put out yesterday, which was the first impressions of the all new Sony FX30. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, change it to 1080. Alrighty, so after going over everything from the video, I personally think that the new cinema camera that they released is probably another good camera, like I said, but not also is it a good camera. I definitely do like how they're getting into the beginner, and with the one lady who's getting first into cinema photography, how she just, when she said that she pointed it at nature and just started going for it, that one shot just kind of, that's what kind of just left me at a maze because of how beginner it was, and it was just, it was amazing. But the next video we're going to be looking at is the behind the scenes of the FX30 mastering the making, which is a short film that they did with the FX30 that they released. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Also, too, I know there was a few audio issues with the video itself, but um, I guess just look at the captions while I try to fix this real quick. So yeah, all right, let's go ahead and take a look. So after watching that, I another thing that I did not cover yet was probably the movie making aspect of it, which was another thing that I was wanting to touch on, which of course all these movie makers out here are using some of the old Sony cameras, but then I'm pretty sure I think this new FX30 is going to take over, and just some of the most amazing shots are coming from it with the fight scenes and this one behind the scenes and all that. I think the FX30 is definitely going to come into play a little bit more than some of the other Sony cameras that these movie filmmakers use. And another thing that Sony is just taking over with this new cinema line. But this last video that we're going to be taking a look at is the Mastering the Making FX30 again. Um, Another one. So the other one was the behind the scenes. This one is the actual thing. So let's go ahead and take a look. So before we wrap it up, a few things that from watching all three videos, I want to know, what do y'all mostly think of this new FX line? I know for me personally that I love how they're going into the beginners of cinema filmmaking, and not also that, but only diving into some of the new types of shooting and the new types of video that we're going to be getting from this new Sony cinema line. Definitely something I do think that we're going to be that I want to tune into, and maybe picking this camera up in the future for either just trying it out or just shooting it with is definitely something I do want to look into as well. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for this live stream. I know a few videos in the future coming with the FX3 is going to be something that I know we're all going to be taking a look at. My friend Zach Brown, actually, who's tuning into the stream now, um, is probably going to want to try this camera, so I'll leave a link into his channel and below. Also, too, one thing in the comments that Zach's also saying is probably one of the most affordable cinema cameras, because if we take a look at it over on the actual Sony website, for the body and XLR handle, it's mostly affordable than the FX3 that came out, and for the body, it's only $1,800, which is cheap compared to a cinema camera as well. So very affordable cinema camera than most others. But yeah, that's gonna be a wrap. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next live stream that we're going to be covering here in a few days, which is going to be the start of the new podcast that's coming up. But yeah, that's going to be about it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you boys next time. YouTube, Twitch. We'll see you fudge later. Peace.